हरे कृष्णा फ्रेंड्स। तो आज हम डिस्कशन कर रहे हैं फर्स्ट चैप्टर की व्हाट वेयर हाउ एंड व्हेन। मैंने एक बार कॉपी पे भी नोट कर रखा है और बुक में भी करूँगी। तो फर्स्ट चैप्टर में हमें है दो रिवर्स के बारे में, इंदस और गंगा। इंदस की ट्रिब्यूटरीज है रावी, झेलम, चेनाब, सतलुज एंड ब्यास, और गंगा की ट्रिब्यूटरीज हैं घाघर, गंडक, कोसी, चंबल, बेतवा, केन एंड सन। इस चैप्टर में हमें बताया गया वेयर डिड पीपल लिव। तो हमें पता चलता है कि लोग कहाँ रहते थे। वहाँ वो रहते थे नर्मदा, रिवर नर्मदा फ्लोज इन सेंट्रल इंडिया in Madhya Pradesh. Here the people live, and some of the people who lived were skilled hunter-gatherers. They lived near forests. People lived as settled agriculturalists. Areas such as Suleiman and Kirthar Hills and Gharo Hills in the northeast and Vindhyas in central India. Here the people live. About 4,700 years ago, some of the earliest cities flourished on the banks of river Indus. About 2,500 years ago, cities developed on the banks of river Ganga. Areas south of the Ganga was known as Magad. The rulers of Magad were very powerful and set up a large kingdom. Movement of the people. Since past, people traveled from one part of the subcontinent to another part in search of livelihood, to escape from natural disasters. Movement of armies. Merchants traveling for trade. Religious teachers walked from village to village propagating their religious message. For example, Islam, Sufis, saints. Movement for adventure, discoveries and expeditions to new places. The hills and mountains, deserts, rivers and seas made journeys dangerous at times, but never impossible. All these movements led to sharing of ideas between people. These movements enriched our cultural traditions. People have shared new ways of carving stone, composing music and even cooking food over several hundred of years. Names of the land. India and Bharat comes from the word Indus. Indus is known as Sindhu in Sanskrit. Iranian and Greeks were familiar with Indus and called it Hindos or Indos, and Bharat is derived from Rig Veda. Around 3,500 years ago, it was used for a group of people who lived in the northwest. We can find out about the past from manuscripts and inscriptions. Manuscripts can be written on palm leaf or on specially prepared bark of a tree known as birch, which grows in the Himalayas. Many manuscripts were written away by the insects, but many manuscripts are preserved in monasteries and temples. Many of the manuscripts were written in Sanskrit, Prakrit and Tamil. Prakrit is a language used by ordinary people. Writings engraved on hard surfaces such as stone. Orders of the kings, lives of the people, king, queen and others. Records of victories of battles were written on inscriptions. And an inscription has been found out in two different languages, Greek and Aramaic, in Kandahar by the ruler named Ashoka. Earlier ports were used to store grains, and archaeologists are like detectives who reconstruct history bit by bit, one past or many. This is to draw our attention to the fact that past was different for different group of people. And what do dates mean? AD and BC. AD means Anno Domini and BC means before Christ. Before the birth of Jesus Christ is known as BC, and after the birth of Jesus Christ is known as AD.